Okay, we are ready for DMR number 4E. Number 4E. We're going to do our prime factorization. So I'm going to think about 64. We have lots of options here, but the first one that I think of is 8 times 8 is 64. So those are the two factors that I'm going to use to start with. Again, what's nice is if you use the same number, then both sides of your tree can look the same and it saves you some work. 8 would be 4 times 2. 2 is prime. 4 is 2 times 2. Again, the other side of your tree can look exactly the same. 4 times 2. 4 is 2 times 2. That leaves us with a lot of 2's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to double check this. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. And 32 times 2 is 64. So now finally writing this with an exponent, I have 6 2's, so that's 2 to the 6th power. All right, and then we have number 2, which is 150. Since 150 ends in a 10, I'm going to do 15 times 10. Neither one of those numbers is prime. 15 would be 3 times 5. Both of those are prime. And 10 would be 2 times 5. Both of those are prime. Now I'm going to write these 4 prime numbers in numerical order. 2 times 3 times 5 times 5. I'm going to double check this now. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 5 is 30. And 30 times 5 is 150. So I am correct. We have these two numbers that repeat. So it's going to be 2 times 3 times 5 to the 2nd power. So remember before you take your quiz that your prime numbers must be listed in order from least to greatest, and you must use exponents if possible. All right, moving on to our last two problems where we are distributing these fractions. So for number 3, we're distributing 1/6. 1/6 times 24x, and we're going to do 1/6 times 42. So jumping back over here to this 1/6 times 24 over x, putting 24x over 1 and then multiplying straight across, you get 24x over 6. How many times does 6 go into 24? It goes in there 4 times. So 1/6 of 24x is 4x. Next, we're going to do 1/6 of 42. I'm going to put that 42 over 1 and then multiply straight across. 42 over 6. 6 goes into 42 7 times. 1/6 of 42 is 7. Next, I look up here, I see a plus sign. I'm going to put a plus sign down here, and we are finished. All right, on to our last problem for this DMR. We're distributing 1/8. So I'm first going to do 1/8 times 32x. I'm going to put my 32x over 1. Multiply straight across. 32x over 8. 8 goes into 32 4 times. So we have 4x. And don't forget to distribute to your other number. 1/8 times 64. Putting that 64 over 1. Multiplying straight across. 1 times 64. 8 times 1 gives me 64 over 8. 8 goes into 64 8 times. So there is my 4x and my 8. Lastly, I need to bring down this minus sign, and I am finished. So before you take your quiz, make sure that you keep in mind that you have to distribute to both of the numbers inside the parentheses. Don't mess up on that. And then be very careful with what sign, the plus sign or the minus sign, that you need to bring down into your answer.